queens, kings, and everything in between. Welcome to Light Talk Podcast. So today we talking about relationships. It's 2022. Some of us are booed up. Some of us are situated and trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with life. Some of us are in new relationships and, you know, trying to hit their marks. So what's up?
All right, in terms of booed up, that's me and my boo thing right here, Miss Tashiana.
Not Tashiana, not the whole thing.
The whole government name. That's how we introduce
Hey, but
it.
he's trying to change that last name though.
Yeah, we are. We've been dating for 4 years. We're engaged with a wedding right around the corner. So
Won't he do it?
won't he do it?
Everybody getting invitations.
I mean, not everybody.
Don't be talking about Baltimore like that.
We can talk about that later.
You should not his name.
I didn't say Baltimore's name. I just said Baltimore not getting invited.
You just said his name 3 times.
We talking about a whole different person. You're confusing lady. So, Miss Dimples, what's going on with your situation?
I'm the new relationship. I'm here with my boo thing, Cody. He's hiding in the corner.
Nah,
I'm over here.
He's hiding in the corner.
I don't know. It's not all the way in the corner, but I'm here.
Look, we finally get to meet Mr. Cody.
Right.
He over here been playing Clark Kent and shit, trying to figure out who Superman is. Okay, we finally get to meet him.
Well, she told me that what she has told everybody. I'm like, all right, don't bother me.
Hey.
And then for me, I'm in a we trying to figure it out, and my life's a hot mess.
Situationship.
It's a flirtationship. It's
Yeah.
That's how it starts.
It's how it starts, but it's a whole different kind of flirtationship because we could be getting freaky deaky and shit, and like
Look, it is what it is.
We're trying to figure it out.
That's what we call it. It is what it is.
so. And then I have a whole partner, and that's happening. And welcome to the world of being poly and figuring that shit out. It's a hot mess.
Hey, it's fun.
Lots of confusion, questions, other people's partners confused and just oblivious. It's cool.
Hey.
But hey, it happens. We just
Like, sometimes that's all you can say. It's just,
we just let them be and move on. But like, so where did you two meet, Miss Almost Newlyweds?
We met online. I was on Tumblr when Tumblr was a thing.
When porn Tumblr was a thing.
Yeah,
Not porn Tumblr.
Porn Tumblr.
See, I was gonna keep it PG story. I was gonna keep it PG.
No, girl, they know what's
all
up.
the business out there.
I'm gonna just say this: if you're listening to our podcast, y'all know we're a little wild, and we do freaky deaky on the regular. So don't act like you surprised. So tell the story how it's supposed to be told, okay?
Let's sit
Okay,
open for
so I was being a thought on Tumblr,
Not a
and it was a porn blog, and I was posting nudes. I was
Were they
sharing
tasteful?
things yes, they were very tasteful.
Wonder
I
did.
can pull some up if you want to see them. They're still in the gallery. But I got an invite to join this group of other Black people on Tumblr who were, doing not safe for work stuff. And Law just so happened to be in that group, and he slid into my DMs. And
Alright, so like, hold on, she's skipping
oh,
the important stuff.
Oh, you gotta get the game in there.
All right.
You gotta get the I got the game in here now. It's not just slide right in. I got
So I was in the group already, and some of my friends that were in the group were trying to set me up with somebody because I was single at the time. But they were together. So like, now we got to get you with somebody. So that's why they invited her, trying to set me up. And she came into the group like, so when are we having an orgy? It was like, what? That's the kind of energy she like came out everybody with. So like me, as my name says, like the Law, being a peacekeeper in the group, I was like, all right, listen, that's not how we doing things in here.
Yeah.
So I kind of had to slide into her DMs to be like, hey,
put the foot down real quick.
Oh, so you dominated her from day one. You're trying to control it.
he was slid in my DM saying, "Hey, what's up with you and your other man? Because I'm trying to be your man. If you're gonna tell the story, tell it right."
Ah!
What happened there?
But
Is that
long
play by
story
play?
short, 4 years later, we're together. We're gonna get married. And that's all that matters. Mwah.
But it started off as a flirtationship. It was
It did.
Yes.
It did. Yeah. I can admit, when we met, I was on some fuckboy nonsense. I was hurt and jaded from a previous relationship, and I wasn't trying to do anything.
Say her
serious.
name. I'm just
Yeah, like,
Exposed.
I was just, I was trying to go through a whole phase. Honestly, I was just looking, for some fun, and
you found it. And you about to hear your fun.
I did. And it's been a whole lot of fun ever since.
Oh, we know.
Hey,
But,
I think I can
yeah.
understand that, my boy.
Okay.
Oh, look at you guys, how cute.
What about you, Miss Dimples? How did you and Mr. Cody meet?
Okay, well, I gotta get closer. Don't laugh. Yeah, don't. He's gonna laugh because he
Oh,
knows.
this sounds
I already know, yeah.
Well, so we met online also,
All right.
and I think we chatted for probably about a week or two, maybe. And he talks a lot, y'all. Like I talk a lot, but let me tell you, Cody puts me to shame. He talks a lot.
Online, how? Like a
So we
chat
met on.
group or like a dating app?
No, we met on. Actually, I'm Plenty of Fish.
Okay.
So
Reel him in, honey. Reel him in.
I think I just liked his profile or something. I like the beard, man. I got a thing for beards.
Panty dropper.
Yeah.
Listen, I got a thing for gingers and beards, okay? So I was like, the beard got me. So I didn't think he was gonna like me back, but he did. He messaged me. We went back and forth for about a week or two, and I thought at some point this guy's gonna ask for my number. He never did. So I said, well, finally I bit the bullet. I said, hey, do you want to exchange phone numbers? Let's have coffee, right? And he hits me up and he's like, so I just went on a date with this lady and it went really
Exact same
well.
Exact same day.
Yeah. And he says, I think it went really well, and I'm like a one woman kind of guy. Like I want to just see where this goes. I think it's gonna be, might be a thing. So, but if you want to be friends, we can be friends.
Not friends.
First off, I don't do friends. If I am romantically interested in you, I don't do friends, right? So,
Let me say this.
That's a
Let me say this.
Let me finish.
Yeah.
I'm gonna step back and mind my business.
Get her, Cody. Get her.
All right, Cody, what's your side of the story? That sounded one-sided.
No.
It's not one thing.
That's true.
I mean, you
But
sure you want to change this? Because this is the first male friend zone story ever told. So you sure you want to change this? Like, this is history right here, man.
Story wise, I mean, I tell anybody.
All right, brother, go ahead and change history. We had one.
What I'm saying is to where, yeah, everything was true, but is to where that date, the way I grew up is being, if I go on a date, I focus on that one woman. I don't want to cheat or anything because I've been cheated on. So that's where, as long as I can focus on that one woman, that's it. Like every other woman, I'm like, hey. But again, I've just moved here.
So you wanted a friend.
Exactly.
Nothing wrong with a little friendship. Ain't nothing wrong with a little
So he
friendship.
wasn't trying to friend zone. He just genuinely wanted friends.
No, I can
Oh, that's
appreciate
very
that.
I'm
sweet.
just saying.
So we can take a point, so I can appreciate it.
There's a lot of women out here.
Now-
You talk about 2022 who be like, I got a rotation of guys.
You gotta get on the roster.
Yeah.
Rotation.
Now,
Hey,
Like
look,
that.
it's not just the females. We can't just throw them out there like that. There's some fellas out here that got rosters too.
Yeah.
Look,
Bye.
look,
It's not even all now.
so I gotta keep it real. Look, my man just kept it real about the
Alright, but
friend zone,
that's
so
it.
I gotta
That's
keep
what
it
you were
real on
saying.
them, right, man? Look, that's all I'm saying.
yeah, I was waiting for
So-
you to continue.
About a few days later, he sends me a message. He's like, look, I don't think this thing is going to go anywhere. Do you, are you still interested in coffee? So I said, yeah, why not? So we exchanged information. I said, hey, full disclosure, I'm literally moving an hour away. Like, are you good with that? And he's like, yeah, no problem. I've done the long distance relationship thing before. I said, okay. So we went out for coffee like 2 days later. Literally what should have been, ended up being breakfast, and what should have been like a 2-hour long date was hours. Like literally, we met at 11. We hung out till probably about 10 o'clock that same night.
Yeah.
And we talked every day since, and he asked me to be official like a week later on Valentine's Day actually. So
Oh,
Man.
oh no, it was
Bro, that's the
it
thing.
was like the day
Yeah,
before
yeah.
Valentine's because it was, we worked.
The day before?
We went, yeah, 'cause we went out. We went out.
Birthday.
Look, we worked, so we wasn't doing that. I was like, look, I gotta work early in the morning, so we hung out the day before. But
Look,
yes,
my life block blessings.
Lord have mercy.
Is it our
That's
turn?
funny because like our anniversary is actually a week before Valentine's.
Aww.
Yeah.
Look, the week of my birthday. Look at Listen.
Keeping it in the family.
Listen.
I'll let you tell the story because I'm gonna fuck it up. Because I gotta tell the whole part where I tried to block your ass.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna keep it real. Like, we met online too.
What kind of online? Because we was not on no Christian mingle. I feel like that.
Look, I keep it real. We was on PF. I was on PF. My profile. Look,
POF? What's POF?
Look, my profile name. Look, my profile name was basically First Business 420. I kept it. Look, I kept it 100.
I was on the post.
I wasn't trying to bullshit you. Look, I ain't trying to come for no relationship, nothing like that. If you trying to then come on. So, you know what I'm saying? I was just up one night and then so I came across Aurora's page and I'm like, yo, so what's good, you know? We exchanged numbers, we talked, we chilled for a minute, and then I had some stuff happen.
No, back up. You over here trying to omit shit.
Yeah,
Trying to omit.
I saw some sweeping right there under the rug.
Skip this over. Go like, we don't need to talk about it.
So what had happened was, we exchanged numbers, and he came over, and again, I was definitely on my hoe shit. I am poly, and I have a partner, and, you know, we're open, and I do what I gotta do to get mine. So, you know, he came over, we watched a movie or something, and we tried to, you know, watch the movie. And
Netflix and chill.
Netflix and chill turned into chicken and dick real quick.
Look,
quick.
I told you what was on my profile. It ain't even like it was like it was no just like hide it.
But again, at that point, I was very much like, I'm just trying to get mine, and it was a blessing. It was good.
The chicken and
the dick, and when we do it.
I haven't heard that one.
So,
Lord,
I told y'all it was a little wild.
I'm be hearing all this for the next forever.
So, you know, it was cool. I think we hung out, twice and did the do. And, you know, sometimes you gotta find your oasis in the desert. So it was good. And then, you know, somebody decided that they was going through some shit and they just was like, we're not talking. And how long was it that we didn't talk?
It was a minute. It was a good little
he trying to sugarcoat. It was a while. It was a month.
Look, it was a good little minute. It was a good while. And like I said, when I hit you back up, that I apologize. I understand.
No, let me tell you about how. Okay, you're trying to fix it, Jesus. You're trying to fix it.
You're trying to smooth the edges. He like it.
Was it more of the apology? You're like, wait a second.
No. It was.
Was it more?
Because I still have the text messages if y'all really want to be petty. But basically, it was basically, hey, what's up? And I'm petty. Who this? And he sends me a picture, and I'm very petty. And I respond. I think it was like 3 dots. I'm like, again, who is this?
She's telling the whole story.
Whole story. Because y'all need to understand, I'm not like, if I get ghosted, I'm very jaded, and like, I'm not about to do that. And so we had just started a black kink group, and I was like, you know what? I don't really like him like that, but he could come through, like, come to the event. And he came, and blessings.
He's been coming ever since.
He's been coming repeatedly ever since. But now we just trying to figure out what the hell's going on and have fun while we do it, and we're having lots of fun. But I definitely have gotten snatched up several of times. It was beautiful. My mouth be getting me in trouble, but it also be getting me out of trouble. So, you know, hell.
Well, like I was saying, since somebody said I was sugarcoating things, let me finish telling my side.
Oh, yeah, you tell your side of the
Just
story.
telling my side.
Yeah, Daddy, you tell your side.
You know. But yeah, like I said, it was a good minute that we hadn't talked. And then when I hit her up, you know, like she said, who this? I'm like, you know, sent her the picture. And then I'm like, you know, she sent me the dots, like, do I know you? Oh, I guess not. And then like, look, and like, I ain't gonna lie, for a little second, I was about to be a little petty myself, like, okay.
But it hurt a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah, but then I'm like, son, nah, you bullshit. I know you remember me. I ain't gonna lie, it stuck a little bit, but I'm like, nah, you remember me.
No, you just had to take that one on the chin.
Yeah, I can take it on the chin real quick. Like, okay, I take that. It's been a minute. Like, I know. Look, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? But like, I sent her a text, just like, ain't this, you know, Aurora? And she's like, yeah. Like, Alright, so she finally warmed up to me, started opening.
My memory came back eventually.
And she invited, like, she, you know, she really, you know, just like, hey, how you doing? Invite me back in. She was just like, you know, just come to the group. Basically, she was just trying to get me over there so her friend could beat me up and shit.
Not beat you up. I was trying to bring some more swagger to the group, and I was like, you know, I'm not really checking for him like that, but you can come back. Like, that lasted all of what, 10 minutes before my legs were open wide at this fucking restaurant.
I said to
Like,
myself, we'll be back. 30 minutes, everybody, where's Aurora?
I just want to play it on my song.
yeah, we were chilling in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were chilling, all right.
No chicken and dicking in the vehicle. Okay, we was chilling.
Listen, you know, it's okay. We growing. We got to tell nobody.
Scout's honor. We did nothing in that vehicle. And his car though.
Listen.
I have panties on. It's fine.
Wow. Okay, we just pulled to the side. All right, I ain't mad.
We didn't even do that. I just, you know,
I look, we behaved that night.
for the most part,
That night.
it was PG-13. A hard PG-13.
More like PG-17.
I mean, it was hard though. Ew. So,
All right. I feel like next topic.
Yeah, this next two is
Yeah.
all pornographic.
not pornographic. So, you know, but I think one thing I've learned definitely is just like relationships nowadays are very Amazon Prime. They want the instant satisfaction and shit. And I'm like, you gotta work for this. It's not.
Yeah, and we definitely didn't have that because we started out long distance.
Yeah.
And we can talk about that a little bit. So, like, you know, I'm here in Austin, born and raised. But she, born in Jersey, and she was actually going to college in Ohio when we met. So for the first like year and a half of our relationship, you know, we visited each other like three times before she moved down. So the first one, we called it the playcation because that was like a meet. It was a meetup.
We almost fucked in the airport.
Wow.
No, okay.
Well, it's for that long. For that long, it's overdue, right?
Nah, so
Because Dimples already know. She know me.
I got a whole punishment last weekend. Like a whole
Yeah, 2 weeks.
we'll come back to that.
Wait, time out. Did you get a punishment or your whole got a punishment? Like, how did it happen?
You know, okay. I mean, you know, it depends. She's a part of me, so.
He hit it like a speed bag. You didn't think, okay, damn.
Man, it wasn't even a speed bag. It was some whole, like, some pretzel shit, gymnastics, trying to make it proportionate.
I don't mind you saying it because I think it's hilarious. Because you know I make fun of myself. So talk about my hip.
Oh my God! What did he tell me?
Talk about
He had a whole ass hip walk. He said, "Hold on, hold on." Exactly.
sometimes you know you gotta stretch
He was
it out.
like,
Gotta walk it
I'm
off.
having a limp with my leg.
on the podcast, but he was really like this.
Oh.
My hips all the way down to my leg went numb.
No, hey.
But it was good then. That's what I'm hearing. It was good.
Oh, yeah.
I was told by one of my old heads, look, that you ever catch a cramp, you supposed to look, just stick that leg out, just lean to the other side, just keep that leg extended, just keep stroking till that cramp go away till you can massage it out. Just look, I'm here.
I'm not gonna lie. I did that for like 2 or 3 minutes, but the sucker went numb.
KO. Go to flag, coach. White flag, we done.
Did you recover though? Were you able to get back in it?
Oh, after I walked a little bit.
That's all that matters. That's all that
He
matters.
walked it out. He got back in the game.
All right.
This was round 2, by the way, when it started.
Lord, child.
Not round two.
I don't even make it
See,
past
like
the
if you got a
kitchen,
cramp, you probably were hydrating. You should have like
Yeah,
took a water break.
Look,
Gatorade.
if you gonna be
Don't be
having
giving him no pointers, damn it.
hey,
No, listen, my vagina does not thank you right now. Okay?
If you're going multiple rounds, you need
But I
to
have to get up at 2 in the morning and go, oh, hold on. She's not thanking you right now. Stop
She
it.
might be.
all I gotta say is,
Baby.
if you were gonna have a fuck marathon, you need bananas Gatorade next to the bed because you need to get that potassium. You need to get the electrolytes back. Look,
Was it every time like about an hour to 2 hours? It's stuff like
child.
you over here.
I said my vagina don't thank you.
That was us in the
Stop
beginning.
giving them pointers.
Not the beginning.
that. Yeah, at the beginning.
Wait,
I
that's
mean-
the beginning. What changed?
I mean, we don't do that as often, but we still get in. I mean, we got the time, but like that's when like we would meet up on like vacations or like neither of us is working.
Yeah.
But like when you working and you gotta get up in the morning, you
I
don't got time.
He don't care. I'm like, I gotta go to work.
Hey, look, I can work from home,
That's
so
awesome.
it's to where I get in the morning sometimes too.
Yes,
Yeah,
like
see, it's
you get your you
I
rest.
really what, like 2-3 times?
maybe 2-3 times. I ain't saying nothing.
I love how this became a sex podcast.
And
We're talking about
We
relationships.
talk about relationships and start talking about fucking.
My bad.
Hey, but back to
Look,
relationships.
hold on, but we had 3 different forms of a relationship, and it all fuck. So I mean, it's all the same.
It all works out.
Blessings.
Blessings.
But no, like if we're gonna talk about sex, I think one of the best times we did it was definitely after a long day. It was a long day, and we were trying to chill. And he's like, "Come back to my place." I'm like, "I'm going home. Fuck you." Like I'm trying to go chill, but you know, I'm trying to be good and be a good little brat. And so I went to his house, and we chilled, and then we tried to go to sleep. Air quotes. That lasted all of what 5 minutes before.
Look, I tried to go to sleep. I really did. I was tired. Like you saw, I was laying on the couch. You was laying on my lap, watching. I was falling asleep watching a movie. Yes. I put it back. I put the thing down in the ashtray. Like let's go get in bed. Turn out the lights.
To go to sleep, not to go fuck. To go to sleep.
Yeah, like.
Because I had to be at work at 8 o'clock in the morning. It was
And
4.
I had to be there at 7.
It was
I was
4.
supposed to be there at 7.
You didn't make it because I put it down. So you know.
I did not. I did not.
But yeah, what? All of 5 minutes of us trying to cuddle and go to sleep, and then all I feel is some wood knocking on the back door, like, "Hey, what's up?"
Man, listen.
And
We sharing the best sex.
Listen.
look, I ended up in a pretzel,
Child, listen.
and he over here trying to hold it back, like, "Okay, well, no, we're gonna keep going." I'm like, "I need to go to bed."
Listen. Don't make sound familiar. Like, listen.
Look.
That's even after our marathon. I'm still like that.
Look, I'm always trying to hold it
You
down
know
as
that.
hard as possible and go like, shit the fuck. Yeah.
So, what's y'all's best sex time?
For me, I would say maybe the first time we like really did it wrong, because and that was maybe what, like 3 months ago. So like we were dating for like over 4 years at this point. So you know we have been wrapping things up, but we was like, look, we both know we're getting married, so like, and that was after like I let the job that I have, so it was like the money secure, so it was like kids having at this point they had to. We were,
That sugar daddy got it. Okay.
Look, my man got it said though.
Yeah, so
You do.
and it wasn't even like wild sex. It was actually one of the most vanilla. Like,
But it was
But it was one of those. It wasn't vanilla. It was one of those
super
passionate
intimate.
moments.
It
Yeah.
was
slow.
super passionate.
So y'all weren't fucking. Y'all was making love.
We were
Yeah,
literally
exactly.
making love. Like,
That's
we were in
cute.
missionary. He
Yeah.
was holding me so tight, and I was because like there's a lot of trauma behind like having raw sex. So to be able to do that with him, it was just like it was just such a beautiful like display of love. So
Not the L word.
so yeah. My favorite time, I think.
Not giggling already. How many times did he spank you? Like that's what I'm trying to.
No, it was how did he make me come so hard that I started giggling at
Oh!
him?
I didn't
Like
find out.
I remember
Oh,
I think you were eating me out. Were you eating
Me, I don't eat the kitty. Chinese food.
No,
What
'cause
is it?
you were like
Chinese
you were at
food.
doggy when you started giggling.
No. So no, here's what happened. You ate me out and then you flipped me over into doggy. So after he eats me out and makes me come, I'm like done. Like I'm dead to the world. My ears go deaf. Like it's a whole thing. So
that
he
explains why you don't listen
immediately-
now.
Yes. He immediately, after I come, I'm like spasming because I'm orgasming. He flips me over and starts doing me in doggy until we both come. And I'm just giggling because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck just happened.
I was like,
but this
"You
is
good?"
great.
I was like, "You all right?" And she was just giggling. I was like, "Okay."
I couldn't stop. It was When we doing that again?
Right? She's trying to schedule around. So let's talk about relationship dynamics. Like, some of us are into kink, some of us are not, some of us are trying to figure it out. I know me and Mike have a very structured dynamic where, you know, I act up and I get, you know, corrected. It's beautiful because I be trying to get choked on the regular, you know. It turns me on, so it's beautiful. And I think you like it too.
We tolerate it.
Not tolerated. Y'all like it. Stop playing.
I can't lie and say that there's some part of me that when she does it, I just want you to imagine the Grinch when he smiles and his ears and
I can literally see him making this.
that is literally my soul, and it's just like, and not just that, but I want, like, the more she acts up, the darker the frame it becomes. So and it's joyous a little bit, you know.
Oh, so you like it?
More than likely, I do believe.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Oh, that's a cue right there.
Not Cody trying to encourage the bratness.
That's a kid. Yeah.
But that's the thing. I don't need any encouragement. Y'all all know I will act up, calling people Rick and everything. It's just get me snatched up.
Stop it. We're not talking about Reggie.
Hold on.
Reginald.
There is a difference between being a brat and doing something foolish.
Oh, okay. Say it again, Daddy. Damn. Say it with your accent.
He's trying to make sure all his words are enunciated.
Let me repeat myself, because you said that kind of clear, so I need to make sure you got me clear. There's a difference between being a brat and being foolish. Please understand the difference.
Yes, sir.
Listen, I'm gonna just mind my business.
Yes, sir. We still recording. Okay.
That's how you put up that church finger and tips. Listen,
Because this just went from a fun spanking to I'm about to get some wealth.
wrecked.
Not wrecked.
Wrecked.
All right, so Ben and I, try to get yourself snatched up. You know, so obviously the environment that Bay and I met in was kind of kinky to begin with, and so yeah, we were pretty, like, you know, dom sub from the beginning. And actually, when we met, she had a dom, and I was like, if we're gonna keep talking to be serious, I'm gonna need you to figure that out, because I'm not about to be sharing. And she ain't around no more. But yeah, for us, our dom sub dynamic is, you know, for me to kind of, like, you know, way I want to carry that responsibility, I just knew I couldn't do it long distance. And so I was like, we're just gonna put this on that back burner until she kind of came down, and like we can really live together and we can really be together to like really live that the way I want to. And we've been getting more into that, you know, as our wedding day approaches. So
Well, explain, did you have some help now? Because we are in a whole situation where you got brat encouragement.
yeah, and that's been something that I really appreciate about the, you know, the
Social
group that we're
club.
part of. Yeah, the social club, is that, you know, I get to like see how Mike, you know, engages with you.
Handles me.
Yeah, and like, you know, that like motivates me to like get back into that, because we've been so just kind of like, you know, on our natural, just kind of like relationship that like I'll think to do something, but I'll be like, but then like I'll see how he just like will go for it. I'm like, okay, I need to like.
I be getting choked up at the bar like just.
So
it's because it's like I have to, because.
What you mean you have to? Why are you looking at me like that?
If I
We're not about to fuck right now, are we? Shit.
I put it like
I
this.
mean, the bed is made. There's towels in the bed.
Not the bed's made.
I'll light some candles.
Look,
I need a red light,
it's
okay?
basically like this. You acting like a brat because you want my attention, right?
Maybe.
If I don't correct it right now, you just gonna get brattier and brattier until it gets fixed. And I mean, I can let it go if I want to, depending on what I'm doing. But most of the time, you know, I'd rather not. Because it's just fun to just go ahead and put my hand around your throat.
Okay, weird. I'll try to get these people turned on. Anyway, this ain't that kind of family show, okay?
I would say like
I'm just letting them know.
I'll say a big difference between
Dynamic and Young.
yeah, is that she learned real quick. There's only so far
Yeah.
before she gets snatched up.
But the beautiful thing about it is that Aurora encourages me to
Act up.
not act up, but to fall more into my brattiness, because I think I had just sort of regressed in this like down period. I just regressed into like subspace of like, okay, like you're my dom, I'm your sub, like this is just who we are.
Nah,
But I forgot that I could act the fuck up, and I did, and I faced the consequences. Now we found a happy medium, and I know my place. I know what's stepping out of line. I know what's in line. But also, I think being a part of this group has really helped my confidence and my self-esteem. Like wearing more scandalous things, or like not being afraid to like walk around butt naked in front of my friends. Like,
not butt naked. Wait a minute. Wait a
Aurora
minute.
was here earlier, and I was just like, hey.
I mean, I swear.
So,
I remember when Miss Dimples over here.
Miss Dimples,
Miss
yeah.
Dimple, oh,
Say it again,
not
Cody.
the
Say it
whisper.
again.
Oh yeah, you gotta stay with the accent again.
Miss Dimple.
They're really trying to help you get laid tonight.
But we was at like shopping. You saw those pants, those shorts,
Man, listen.
those shorts, and I was
I
like,
got abruptly corrected, y'all.
Abruptly corrected?
Real abruptly corrected. In a very polite way.
The shorts, though.
I mean, wow. It was, never mind. We'll talk about that.
did you see him?
I didn't see him. I didn't see
Or
nothing.
was it
I
described?
haven't told her.
I don't know nothing about no shorts.
Okay, so we're there, and she's like, "What do you think about this? I
We're in
really
H&M.
like these," and I was like, "Huh."
But he said it like the way he was kind at first. He was gentle at first. They're like this little, they're like jogger shorts, you know, but they're cute. But they're a little short. What was Ashley? I was like, yeah, exactly. It was cute, girl. I had a little crop top, everything. I was like, ooh, I like these. So I said, babe, what do you think of these? He was like, I mean, they're cute, but your whole ass goes down. I was like, I mean, what's the problem? He said, but your whole ass gonna be out. Everybody gonna see that ass. I said, oh, okay. I said, so
That's my ass.
He said, no.
Oh, wait. What did you say, Cody?
That's my ass.
Yes.
Okay.
He said you want a lady in these streets.
Instead of breaking the bed.
We're in his bed, okay? Get it right, in his bed.
Yes.
But as y'all can see, we have very different dynamics as far as any sort of kink or just, general relationship dynamics. And I think, Lawrence, you broke it down the best the other day when you described the three of us as the type of brats we are. So I want you to tell the people what your calculations were.
I just want to add before he gets to it, I do not agree with anything that has been said.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Dimple swears up and down, I'm not a brat. I'm like, I disagree. It's a queen brat.
Hold up, I haven't heard of this, so I need to hear it.
All right.
Yeah, educate Mr. Cody.
Because, these three brats
Queens. You're right.
Brats.
are all brats, but in different flavors. So I was wondering, I was like,
flavors. That sounds sexy.
I mean, I like to be strawberry.
I was like, are there different terms for that? So we need to figure that out. So they asked me what do you mean? So I was like, okay, we have Aurora here. You're typical, loud and proud. She calls herself an evil brat because she does what she does because she wants attention, wants to get corrected.
It's not even that. I want to get spanked. I want to get choked. I want to get snatched up. So I will not only just push the boundary. I'm like, no, we jump in, hopscotching across the line.
Be pushing all the buttons.
All of them.
But then,
I'm right behind her.
But then with Tashi, I've said that on her own, she is very submissive. But then you put her around a brat like Aurora, she gets caught up. She gets excited, and then she be forgetting that
you gonna yank her ass up later.
Then she gotta go home.
But the thing is, she's real punishment averse, so she don't be trying to take no kind of spanking. She be trying to run. I'm like, nah.
He be trying to talk about some clamps. I'm like, no way.
So that's why she be good most of the time, because she ain't about that punishment.
Or like I can be a little like crazy.
But it's only when you're around me and I'm over here encouraging it. I got you in trouble real bad the other day, and I was just talking shit, and you over here co-signing.
Yo, the other day you got me in trouble, and I didn't even do anything.
You got yourself. You did that to yourself.
No, I didn't. Aurora was in the chat. She was talking.
She started it. But
I be trying to save
so she started it.
Lies.
I do. I be trying to save y'all.
And I gave her a couple of love taps.
Not love tap. She can't even handle that.
I gave her a couple of love taps just to we were just playing. And then she started talking back. And I was like, oh, really?
I wasn't talking back. I said, why are you spanking me?
I was like, why are you asking questions? So Baby got a real spanking. So you can't blame her for that. But anyway.
But what about Miss Dimples?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, hold on a minute. How did I get caught out?
Because you are black.
I am not.
You may not agree, but you can
Now Miss Dimples, she's a real subtle kind of brat. So that's why she don't
I
think
agree with that.
Oh, you can't come on no more.
He's feeding your fortune. Let him tell it.
She's not the kind of brat that will intentionally or actively press that dong button. But
For herself.
But she'll go to the other brats and instigate behind the scenes like a little puppeteer.
She'll be the angel on the ear. Hey, don't do this.
She's that devil on her shoulder. She's like, yeah, do that, yeah, talk back, yeah. This girl, she'll be yelling from the back, hiding behind people, hey, yeah.
Look, that friend that's gonna stand behind somebody. You ain't gonna do nothing. Okay.
And look at you co-signing. Don't be co-signing. Hold on, man.
But
The reason I can agree is,
Y'all trying to
I apologize. The reason
Oh, yeah.
I agree is the fact that, I don't mind. You get on, you talk shit about me, but that's because I talk shit about myself. I think it's funny. But then, we was driving here and you was talking about my toes.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's funny.
Trying to get my pinky toe just going this little people went to market. And I'm like,
He hates that shit.
and I'm noticing my feet.
I'm
And I'm like, don't you dare.
I'm just annoying just because he lets me get away with it, kind of.
But see, that's
Kind of.
different.
Well, I say kind of because I pay for it later. Don't let that fool you.
She pays for it later, she does. But it's to where I let it happen because, it's just flirtatious. I like it, it's fun and everything, but yeah. Again, the 2 weeks, and I was like, don't do that again.
Well, but listen, he says don't do that again as my fucking heels are touching my damn shoulders and shit.
See,
and I'm folded up in weird ass kind of ways.
It's a present.
And I literally am not dumbass. Is this my punishment? Yes. Don't make me wait 2 weeks. It's my fault. It wasn't my fault, damn it. And I asked permission, sir.
Yeah.
You said it was okay.
Oh, so you call him sir now?
Hold up.
That's sir now?
You asked permission?
I did ask permission. I asked permission for a lot of
She
things.
did ask permission.
I asked permission for a lot of things, actually.
But I will say this.
I thought you didn't.
I did spend the night over there. I did spend the night over there before you left.
I mean, you know what? You're right. Well, damn it. You know what?
I was trying to start stuff
See, y'all trying
the
to
entire time.
change the subject.
Yeah. No.
Y'all trying to get me in trouble.
So, wait, time out. Cody, is what I'm hearing is that would you identify yourself as her dom?
A daddy.
Okay, so but there's still a kink relationship there.
There it
And
is.
she's your little girl.
Baby girl. Yeah.
Baby girl,
She
okay.
calls me daddy, I call her baby.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is Miss Dimples. You do have somebody who run things. You
That's the final. That's the final break.
There it is.
You know,
When's the last time you gonna bring me?
it's not actually.
You're like, shit, don't bring me back over there.
All the beans.
You know, I mean, this is the first time it's been really verbalized. It's just kind of there.
Well, I think moving kind of onto a new topic, it's hard to just say it sometimes. Some people don't know the words to say and they trying to figure it out, and then other people it's just unspoken. You don't have to say it. So
Yeah.
thank you, Mr. Cody, for clarifying for the rest of us, because she be over here talking mad shit.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you for making my life miserable now. And don't listen to him. Whatever you do not listen to him. Don't listen to him.
Not them whispering.
Don't be listening to
Listen,
Lord.
let me go.
My question to each couple, and it can be individually answered or whatever, what is your one piece of advice about dating in 2020 or relationships? Like, what is your one piece of advice?
I don't mind starting out.
Go ahead, Mr. Cody. You the guest.
Go ahead.
I would say this. I grew, and Miss Dimples can agree, I grew up old school.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of women in the regards like a man that is chivalrous, that open the door and everything. You have women that are actually to where they're used to being independent. But because of that, that's whereas men such as myself, even though we're trying to be chivalrous and we're trying to be upright and do old school way, they don't like this.
Mm-hmm.
But then once they get to know you, they sort of change their ways. But it really depends on the woman if she'll do that or not. And it's hard to find a woman, and I can say it from experience, it's hard to find a woman being old school like myself, because that's how I grew up. I mean, my father, when he passed away last year, I mean, he was 70. I'm the youngest.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that generation, and I grew up with his friends, it's just that generation of that's how you treat a woman. You open the doors. You say, you take the chair and you sit it down for her, pull it out for her. Just things like that. Walk on the outside of the sidewalk to where she's always in the inside. Miss Dimples knows I try to keep her there too. And I try to catch myself. I'm like, wait a second, you get on over here. And for me personally, I don't like where we're together in public and somebody walks between us. I don't like that. Not at all.
I'll let that happen.
Oh, really?
Now,
He generally doesn't let that happen either.
Nah, like,
And I can see the face change. Like I'm learning like the face changes, and I can kind of know. And I'm like, okay.
it's disrespectful.
But see, I grew up in it like, and not to cut you off, but I'm from Southern California. It's a whole different ballgame. Like I've had to and continually have to get used to some of the Southern gentleman ways, and in general, because where I'm from, Bill's a closed door on me. Ain't nobody opening the door for you. Like they're not like there's not that level of politeness is not there. We went on our first date, and literally the first thing he said to me is, "I'm going to tell you right now, if we continue to go out, I open doors. If we go out, I'm paying. This is what it is." Like, so I know most women aren't used to that, but I'm just telling you, that is the kind of person that I am. And I will say that generally speaking, for the most part, he keeps up on that. And usually if it doesn't happen, it's not intentional. It's like an oversight kind of thing. But that he's definitely true to what he says.
So, Ms. Dimples, what's your piece of advice?
Ah, man, I got a lot of advice.
Speak on it. You get one.
I know, so I'm trying to think. I would just say be open. Be open and don't allow yourself to get jaded. It's very easy to become jaded. When Cody and I met, I was on the heels of a very crappy ending to a relationship. So I was very jaded and very just kind of like, we gonna see. And sometimes I'm still kind of that way, and I have to change my mindset on things. So I would just say allow yourself to be open, and don't allow yourself to become too jaded. Like, shitty things happen, it sucks, but unfortunately in the dating world you gotta kiss a lot of frogs. So
I can go. From the perspective of being in a long-term relationship, my piece of advice is to communicate, because Lawrence and we've been through a lot. And some situations very much could have ended our relationship. But I think by us sitting down and having those hard conversations, by, asking those questions that we might not have necessarily wanted to ask, it forced us to realize that it's not one person versus the other person, but it really was us against the little problem, or like us versus the world. And I think he has encouraged me to be more communicative, not just in our relationship, but in everyday life. So
That's why you're so aggressive now. Got it.
yes, I'm very, but not aggressive, but like outspoken. Like I am not afraid to address situations that might come up now. You know, like So if there's a problem, I'm the first one to address it because I know firsthand in our relationship, it's been such a benefit. So if I got to fart, I tell him.
No.
If I'm tired, I tell him. Like I over communicate at this point.
You know when
so.
a relationship has blossomed is when the woman farts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, all right, it's coming.
You gotta hold it in, like.
And when she could just take the wig off and
No.
put it in.
There was actually a celebrity that, now I know this, it's a segue, but there was a celebrity that actually, she was just going out with this guy and held her farts. It was like a model, like held her farts to where she had to go to the hospital because of it.
I saw that.
Let it go.
I saw that. Be like Elsa, let it go.
Yeah, okay, I'll go. Kind of piggybacking off of what she just said, I would say you have to be able to recognize when you have a good thing. Because I think a lot of people are willing, or like, you know, especially like, you know, speaking to like, you know, the modern sort of culture of dating, it's like one time somebody messes up and then you're done and you're out.
All right, Diamond.
but if you have like built a good foundation with someone and like you have just like, you know, just a good healthy relationship, but then like issues happen, you got to be able to sit down like mature adults and talk things out. Because like one thing, like probably the closest we ever did come to like, you know, breaking up, we really just kind of had to sit down and do the cliche, here's what I like about this person, here's what I don't like.
Yeah.
And, you know, that other side was a whole lot longer than the other. So it's like, okay, you recognize that, okay, maybe we're doing the most right now. And like, let's just kind of sit back and, you know, reevaluate. And I think more people would find happiness if they were willing to fight for it.
Relationship advice is just dealing with certain emotions. You're just gonna have to deal with what comes with different things, you know. With different people, you have to try different times. You know, it's different fish in the sea, so you have to temper your emotions when you out there. So just be careful and watch yourself.
So, just wrapping up, my, I think, advice is, and this is going to be so selfish. For me, my most important priority is myself, and really trying to evaluate how do I allow someone to come into my space where I'm not giving up my independence and who I am as a person, but also being open to love. And you just have to kind of let it happen, but also know yourself and be so in love with yourself that you are willing to open up and let that person come in. What you got to do, you know? So that's my thing. Just love yourself, and whoever is going to be able to come and add in or make your life better, they're coming to do that, to add in, not fix it. So yeah, this has been our Relationships 2022 Thoughtland, because some of us out here hoeing. And you know, hopefully y'all learned something, and definitely y'all learned we a little freaky deaky. And we will see y'all next time. Bye.